So there is a new form of justice, I see. I am not going to address any certain trials or cases or anything because, well, if I do, YouTube will bury this below 14 layers of shit. Literal shit. Alphabet soup shit. I'm just put it on the other platforms, it'll get better views. So, that's what I'll do. But, I wanted to address something that has become very abundantly clear out of all of this. Justice is outcomes. As the title of my video suggests, it does not matter what the process is to determine the truth of an issue. Truth is secondary to feelings. Truth is secondary to emotional connection. Truth is secondary to the narrative. Truth is secondary to reality. My reality, my lived experience, my... Oh, God, that's stupid. Well, let me put it this way. This and other outcomes that have happened over the last 6 months to a year, actually a couple of years now, if you think about it, because multiple places and multiple cities and multiple locations have let people go for committing crimes because they happen to be ideologically aligned to the people committing the crime. We have decided that justice is about outcomes. Now let me explain. It used to be about the process. We need to determine the truth of the case. We need to look at all the evidence, understand what really happened here, because we've seen one little thing in a mountain of shit. We saw the one ant and not the ant pile or the ant colony. You only saw the top, the tip of the massive iceberg the Titanic sank from. The modern Western world is the Titanic. Justice in the process is now the tip of the outcomes iceberg. We're about to sink ourselves, and it's amazingly great. Because now, what this determined, what this has come out to say, is that vigilante justice is now justified. Because the outcomes are all that matters. I got my justice because, well, I was able to prove that this person wronged me. We don't need the police to fund them. We don't need them. Let's go to vigilante justice. Let's go to mob rule. If somebody wrongs another person, whether it be a truth or a non-truth, because truth is secondary to emotion, you feel slighted. You feel wronged. Gather a crowd. Push back on them. Show up at a restaurant or another public building, and you tell them they're not welcome. Thus quoting Maxine Waters. Isn't that amazing? Because that's crowd vigilante justice. Used to be that justice is blind. That was the phrase, that was the saying. That justice comes through the process. That justice is the process to which determine what is reality, what is truth. Not anymore. All you need is a mob. All you need is some hate. Generate enough people to show up at somebody's house. Right now, black supremacy has that power across the nation. It has governors, mayors, legislature, even the president whooped into racial justice. Justice of outcomes, not of process. Reminder. Justice is no longer blind. Justice sees race. Justice sees gender. Justice watches the first video and not the evidence. Justice watches the still picture And the caption narrative, it doesn't investigate. So vigilante justice should be equally justified, correct? In this worldview, I, as an individual that was wronged because my perceived reality is that this person wronged me, can now exact justice against the person that wronged me. Is that true? Personally, that sounds very abhorrent. That sounds like a world I don't want to live in, because all you have to do is piss someone off and they shoot you. And it was justified because justice is not about process. It's about outcomes. Also, that aligns with their worldview. If anybody was confused about this Marxist bullshit, the reason why they push equity and not equality is because equality isn't the process. Equity is the outcome. Equality is the process of making everything even, and not everyone comes out even. Equity says, fuck the process of trying to make everything even. We want the same outcome for every single person. And if we have to, be unjust against people to get our outcome, then so be it. This is an equitable stance. What happened over the last couple of years and culminated into yesterday's decision is equity. It is a prime example of equity. Outcomes versus process. Now, I think I'll just leave it there. I'm going to make this one a little bit short because I don't got much else to say about this. We have now justified vigilante justice. We have now vindicated the Salem witch trials. We have allowed someone declaring this person to be a witch. Meaning, all we have to do is weigh them against a duck. And, that could be the still image. That could be the half-baked video. That could be the cut narrative. And they're guilty. And now burn them at the stake. Because reasons. The process be damned. Next thing you know, we'll have Batman. A vigilante that says, fuck the cops, I'm going to solve my problems this way. Because no one's stopping the criminals. But they've been declared terrorists by the status quo. The people that want outcomes versus process. In the real world. It's shocking to me that anyone wants to live in that world. But careful what you wish for. Don't wrong me. And you might not get wronged in return. Equitable outcomes, remember? It's repugnant. It's disgusting. That's what it is. The world should not be this way, but it is. So, enjoy what you have wrought.